I mean, it was expected. It was expected. What did they wind up losing? 6?
No, it was 5.
It was 5?
Yeah, it was 5. I mean,
well, I think I said that they were going to lose in 5, so it's fine. It was what I expected. Russ went out there and got his stats, and I don't care what anybody says. The Thunder did not lose those basketball games because Russell Westbrook's supporting cast was terrible. They lost those basketball games because Russell Westbrook doesn't know how to lead a team yet, and he's still figuring out how to do that. And that's what that really boils down to.
I don't know about that. I mean, because I think a lot of the 4 for 17 performance is just like you just don't shoot 4 for 17 like,
in the
that's
fourth quarter.
Like that,
he shoots too much.
No, look, that is slightly egregious, but I understand why he does it, and it's just clear that he doesn't trust his teammates in the fourth quarter. He should, but I understand why he doesn't. What would happen was Westbrook would be in the game, and they would build about like an 8, 9, 10-point lead, 7 to 10-point lead, and he would go out the game. And within a minute, the Rockets would go on like a 9-0 run every time because they literally could not score. Mm-hmm. It's like as soon as the man would sit down, because it would always happen, he would sit like right before the third quarter ended, and he would come back in within like 2 to 3 minutes in the fourth.
That's got nothing to do with him. That's with Billy Donovan. And actually,
wait.
I pointed this out during the last game, right? In the third quarter, normally Billy Donovan takes Victor Oladipo and Russ out for that lineup before he goes to them in the fourth quarter. So when Victor Oladipo's not on the floor, nobody else can control the fucking ball.
No,
but listen, bro. Wait 1 second. So when you don't have Oladipo out there is no one out there to actually control the basketball. You got a bunch of players out there that can't get their own shot. The only person that can get their own shot is Cantor. But if you double Cantor and you pass to anybody else, they can't shoot enough.
But look, listen.
No, he couldn't be in because of the pick and roll.
Exactly.
But wait. What I'm saying is, so what Billy Donovan, the easy remedy for that would have been to, during that duration when you take Russ out for the last 2 minutes of the fourth, for the last 2 minutes of the third, and for the first 3 minutes of the fourth, you leave Victor Oladipo out there the whole time, and then you do what the Warriors did when KD got hurt. Basically, Steph would play all the way the whole third quarter. He would take Clay out at like the 3 or 4 mark in the third quarter, and then Clay would start the fourth quarter. Steph would stay on the bench until like the 6:30 minute mark. And then once Steph came in, Clay would get like a 2-minute rest, and then Clay would come back in with like 4 minutes left. That's how you utilize their energy properly, instead of doing what Billy Donovan does, where he takes them both off the floor. So if you take them both off the floor, the offense is going to stall because they're the only 2 playmakers on the team. So you have to leave one of them out there.
Oladipo's not really a playmaker.
No, but he can get his own shot. He can get his own shot. And you said that. And if we go back and look at any other time when you talked to me about how Oladipo was going to be a solid option for them, you talked to me about that he was a solid scorer.
He was. The issue was in that series he wasn't good. Oladipo's a very good player. He just had a really bad series.
Yes, but how can you get into rhythm when one person is taking in 40% of the team shot?
Bro, it was like, I think it was one of those games Oladipo was like 0 for 8. You 0 for 8. Ain't no rhythm, you 0 for 8.
Why is he only shooting the ball 8 times?
What you mean? How many shots is Oladipo supposed to get?
Oladipo should be getting 15 to 18 shots a game.
No, he should not.
Yes, he should.
No, he shouldn't.
Yes, he should.
No, he should
so
not.
Russ should be taking 35 to 40 shots a night?
On that team? Actually, yeah.
No.
Who wants you to shoot the ball?
No.
Oladipo is not
That's
good enough
what
to
Russell
have
Westbrook has convinced everybody to think.
No, it's not.
That's not the truth. That's not the truth.
That's the best
That's
option.
not the truth.
Yes, it is.
You got to give other people shots. Other people got to shoot the ball. Otherwise, how you going to have the rhythm?
Who you want to shoot the ball?
Give Oladipo more touches.
18? You want Oladipo to have 18 shots?
Give
Oladipo.
Yes.
18.
Yes.
18.
Okay, fine. Give Oladipo 15 shots a game.
13.
No, 15 shots a game.
13.
15 shots a game.
13
because before the season, everybody was saying, KD leaving was bad. They still might not make the playoffs, but Oladipo might actually show that he's a great number 2 option. Maybe he can be the Klay Thompson to Russell Westbrook's Steph Curry. Well, obviously,
ain't nobody say that good. No.
Yes. People were talking about that Oladipo could potentially show that he was worth the money that he got in Orlando.
No. Everybody, first of all, Oladipo had gotten benched in Orlando anyway. That's why he even got traded. He got benched, and the Magic said, "Well, we like Evan Fournier, but everything we like you, Oladipo, so ships you the hell out of town." That's really what happened. That's really what it was about. So when he came over, you was like, okay, Oladipo, fresh start. He's not a star, but I still think he can be a very good player for them. And for most of the year, Oladipo was a very good player. The issue with this series was he had a very bad series. He had a bad series, and
you can't get a rhythm with your teammate taking 30 shots a game.
Listen. He had a bad series, and then Cantor couldn't even be on the floor because all you have to do is pick Cantor, and he can't pick up a single soul on a pick and roll. And his team just isn't built currently to play with a team like the Rockets. Because even when Westbrook drives, you got Roberson and Grant in the corner. Who would you rather want to shoot? You want Roberson or Grant shooting a corner three, or you just want Westbrook shooting a shot? I'll take Westbrook shooting a shot over Roberson and Grant corner three. This team just isn't built to build. This team currently is not constructed to beat teams. Whose fault is
that though?
Nobody's fault, really.
It is.
Not really.
It is.
Not really. No, because look.
Because even if you think about it in retrospect with the Thunder organization, how do you have James Harden, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, Russell Westbrook on the same team? How do you have Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, Reggie Jackson, and Serge Ibaka on the same team, and now you only got Russell Westbrook? That means you're a bad organization.
But this team was constructed to build to beat teams more like San Antonio, because when they were really put together and really like young and they were still building the roster, San Antonio was pretty much the leader of the conference at that point. It wasn't Golden State yet. So this team, like the Rockets, are a team built to contend with Golden State. But this team wasn't
hope they can make it past Kawhi.
Of course they're not. I know that. But this team wasn't really built to beat a team like that. The only reason why they had a chance was because KD was there. KD leaves. You can't really rock with a team like the Rockets. They get too many shots. They got too many shooters, and you just literally do not have the shooters. And against that team, Russ has to take like 44 shots a game because Cantor can't play. Oladipo doesn't even shoot good enough to be able to get enough shots to do that. And who do I want? Roberson and Grant shooting corner threes, or do I want Russ shooting? I'd rather have Russ shooting. But as you said, I think they're going to get watched by San Antonio.
I mean, I disagree with that. I think that Billy Donovan should have tried to figure out a way to do something different with that.
No real.
And this whole you take the ball and just chuck up shots, Russ, thing is just kind of like whatever. And like you said, and like you tweeted, Russ consistently plays hero ball in the fourth because he doesn't trust his teammates, with reason because they consistently lose leads. Okay, that's understandable, but that's also a rotational thing that Billy Donovan could have cured, and he actually did kind of cure it a little bit in the last game against the Rockets. The only problem was at the end of the game, in the last 6 minutes of those last 3 games, Russell played like a bonehead. He played like an out-of-control bonehead. He jacked up shots, made a bunch of stupid plays, made a bunch of stupid passes, made a bunch of stupid turnovers. Nothing about Russell. See, this is the difference between. This is why I say I don't believe. Even though I think Russell Westbrook is an all-star level player, and I think Russell Westbrook is a really, really good player, and even though I can't argue against him being a top 5 player in the league, I just nothing in me really feels like he's a superstar. No, and I just mean no. But listen. Not from. Wait a minute. But not from the metrics of what we normally look in terms of like the allure of the player or the stats of their accomplishments. I'm talking about if you look at over Russell Westbrook's career, when has he ever actually consistently played good in the moments when it really matters in the playoffs? Like do you really have any Russell Westbrook series reminders or even any games where you're like, man, Russ had a really good game in that playoff game and they won by this and that was a crazy performance by him. You don't even have any memories of Russell Westbrook having good playoff games because he's always in the background because he always makes boneheaded plays. So for me, a superstar is a player. Not only if you're talking about in terms of like ranking in the NBA and in terms of stats and all-star level and play, yes, he's a superstar. But if you're talking about being that guy, like that once in a generation guy, where you're like, man, that dude was that guy. Like he got it done. Russ is not that guy. Russ is not that guy. He's really not that guy to get it done.
I think the best Russ playoff performance was when he dropped 40 in the finals on Miami. They did lose that game, but when it happened, people were like, oh, that's more so on you, KD, because I think KD had like 24 or something like that. And it was like really, really quiet, and Russ was the one in the big moments who was taking the big shots and making the big shots. But they just came up and lost, and they lost because remember that unquestionable foul that they called on KD?
Yeah.
That's why they lost. And it was like, man,
KD is always at the end of like some terrible questionable calls, man. Like that, like that thing in Golden State Cleveland this year, that call, like he just winds up in like a bunch of like awkward situations.
Yeah.
But speaking of KD and the Warriors,